Hello viewers, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. This is MD SAIFUL'S an assistant teacher of Pune Adarsh High School, Rhino Nogan, and you are most welcome in my SAIFUL'S English Academy. Dear viewer, there are many students who are very weak in English, who think English as a hard subject still today, who can do the right pronunciation, who can do the right spelling of any kinds of words, who are unable to change narration from direct to indirect, who are unable to change voice from active to passive, who are unable to form tacusants, and who have various kinds of problems of various kinds of grammatical, especially in basic grammar. And after all, there are many students who came to learn English going in a renowned coaching center for their financial problem. Only for them, my dear viewers, I want to dedicate my video classes so that they can remove their all kinds of weakness about English, and they can be a perfect English presenter, and they can be perfect in their future life, and they can give a great contribution for the new generation. For this purpose, I want to dedicate my video classes, my dear viewers. Of course, in my last episode, you know that I am an assistant teacher of a secondary high school, and I have been doing the job here as like as an assistant teacher for 9 or 10 years. My viewers, my main purpose is to share my experience, my news and views about English to you. Not only but also all categories of students, not in our country but also all students all over the world. My dear viewers, at first I want to apologize to you because I'm a newcomer in front of you in YouTube channel, and I'm trying to use English version, and if there is any fault, please excuse me. And all my classes, I am trying to use the English version. So my viewers, according to the previous classes, referring to the previous classes, I have been present here with a new arrangement. Today's class about changing rules of transformation of sentence of simple to complex to compound sentence. Hope that you have understood clearly my topics, my previous classes, and watched my video classes eagerly and attentively. And dear viewers, so no lights. Let's go to class. So viewers, take a look at the board and try to understand. Today's class, perhaps the part 8. The part 8. The part 8. This rule here have been present here with the rules of simple sentence, especially mixed with true, true, and how to convert such kinds of statement mixed with a simple sentence with true into complex and compound. So viewers, take a look at the box of the board and try to understand. I have written a relationship there. If any simple sentence possesses true, you will have to use that at the place of true, and at the time of changing such kinds of statement or sentence in a compound, you will have to use and middle of the statement. So viewers, try to understand. Try to understand. I have written a statement in the board. So try to understand what things what which way I am going to convert this statement simple to complex and compound. My dear viewers, here I have written a sentence. Rohim is too weak to work. Rohim is too weak to work. This sentence, of course, simple sentence. This sentence, of course, your simple sentence, because this sentence possessed one subject and one finite verb. And if any sentence possessed one subject and one finite verb, of course, principal clause. And if a sentence possessed one principal clause, of course, simple clause. So, simple sentence. My dear viewers, I am not only sure but also oversure this sentence or statement is, of course, simple sentence. So, viewers, now try to convert this statement into complex. So start writing. Rohim, your subject, Rohim, verb is. So viewers, now you will have to use so instead of cho. So next verb week, and you'll have to use that instead of cho. Okay, here. Thank you very much. Because you'll have to mind that which sentence, in which sentence you are going to transform, of course complex sentence. And according to the sequence, according to the structure, and according to the definition of complex sentence, of course, mind it, it's a notable thing that, my dear viewers, complex sentence possessed, of course, double subject and double finite verb. So viewers, here we can see one subject. So write down another subject. Here another subject is he. Write down, my dear viewers, because here subject indicates Rohim, of course personal object, personal subject, and personal subject, pronominal form of personal subject Rohim, of course he. Next, another thing you'll have to mind, my dear students, you'll have to can't or can't or couldn't. Now your question to me in this way, sir, when can't oblique couldn't. Now your question to me, sir, when will use can't and when will use couldn't? Mind it, my dear viewers, if the statement is possessed am is are, at that case you will have to use can't. Okay, my dear viewers, and if the sentence possessed was obligatory, you will have to use couldn't. So we have subject you have understood clearly, and write extension of the statement work. Thank you very much. Now try to select the clause, major words. Here, Rohim is so weak. Rohim is so weak, one person, and that he can't walk. One another person. Here, Rohim is so weak. Of course, principal clause, and that he can't work. Of course, subordinate clause. Because at the time, we make you understand the definition of subordinate clause. You are told that, my dear viewers, subordinate clause is a clause which clause is started with any subordinate marker, as like as that, who is, whom, though, although, even though, if you don't, etc. subordinate clause. I hope that you understood clearly, my dear viewers. And at that sense, we can call this clause, of course, subordinate clause. Okay, dear viewers, and Rohim is so weak. This clause is, of course, principal clause, because at the time of giving making you understand about the definition of principal clause, you are told, my dear viewers, principal clause is a clause where there is a subject and a finite verb. At that sense, we can call, gauge, or assume of this clause of principal clause. So okay, now think about which sentence possessed is this. This sentence is, of course, complex sentence, because at the time make you understand the definition of complex sentence, you are told that if a complex sentence is a sentence where there is a principal clause and a subordinate clause. At that sense, we can call it complex sentence. I hope that you have understood clearly, my student, dear viewers. Now convert or transform this statement into compound. So write down, Rohim is so weak, weak, and he can't work. Sorry, my friend, in the relationship, you should write this relation very daughter hand, very daughter and very daughter and sorry measures, very daughter and so write down here very, and instead of so you will have to use very, and instead of that you will have to use and dear viewers, hope that you have understood clearly. And he can't walk. So hope that, my dear viewers, you have understood clearly. Now think about how many clauses for the rest of the statement, my dear viewers. Here one clause, Rohim is very weak. One clause, Rohim is very weak. One clause, and another clause here, he can't work, can't walk, can't walk, my dear viewers. Now try to think about which clause. First person, of course, principal clause, and second person, of course, principal clause. Now think about why principal clauses, because this clause is possessed one subject and one finite verb, and another person possessed one subject and one finite verb. And according to the definition of compound sentence, a compound sentence is a sentence where there are two principal clauses mixed with any coordinated conjunction. Hope that, my dear viewer, you have understood clearly. Thank you very much, my dear viewer. Now I will give you another example for you. Thank you very much. And stay connected and try to note the example in your khata instantly. Mm, the man was true, liar to speak the truth, speak the truth. So viewers, try to convert this statement into complex sentence. My dear viewer, at first you have been told that you will have to use so dot dot that instead of so dot dot to, and at the time of forming compound sentence, you will have to use very dot dot that instead of to dot dot to. So, my dear viewers, according to my mind, this rule is very important and very easy. This rule is very important and very easy if you think deeply. So viewers, start writing. The man was so liar. Now you'll have to use that at the place of to. That, but of course you know that, my dear viewers, in a complex sentence, all the time double subject possessed and double finite verb possessed, but we can see one subject. So viewers, you can cheat another subject from the first subject. The man, of course, personal subject, and pronominal form of the man, of course, is he. Okay, and viewers, now you'll have to can't use can't oblique couldn't. You were told, my dear viewers, if this statement or sentence possessed was oblique word, you should use couldn't. You should use who don't. And then next portion of the statement, speak the truth. Speak the truth. Truth. So here's what happens. The man was so loud. One person that he couldn't speak the truth. First person, of course, principal clause. First person, of course, principal clause, and second person, of course, subordinate clause, because this clause possessed one subject and one finite verb. And according to the definition of principal clause, a principal clause is a clause where there is a subject and a finite verb. Of that you have understood clearly. Now think about this clause, another clause, my dear viewers. Look at the board and try to understand. This clause is started with subordinate marker, marker. And at the time you make you understand about the definition of subordinate clause, my dear viewers, you are told that if any clause is started with subordinate marker, of course, subordinate clause. So viewers, which sentence? Think about which sentence? Of course, complex sentence. Of course, complex sentence. Because at the time of make you understand about the definition of complex sentence, you are told that a complex sentence is a sentence where there is a principal clause and where there is a subordinate clause. Hope that you have understood clearly, my dear viewers. Now you will have to convert this statement into compound. So start writing. The man was. My viewers, you'll have to use very instead of so. So write down very liar, and at the place of that you'll have to use and, my dear viewers, and he couldn't speak the truth. Speak the truth. So viewers, what happens here? This sentence creates two portions. The man was very liar, middle of the statement, coordinate conjunction, and another person he couldn't speak the truth. And try to first clause possessed of these two person. First clause, of course, in principal clause, and second person, of course, principal clause. Why? Because try to reply my question with their students. And this clause possessed one subject and one finite verb, and similarly this clause possessed one subject and one finite verb. And according to the definition of a compound sentence, you are told that, my dear viewers, a compound sentence is a sentence where are two principal clauses mixed with any coordinating conjunction. Hope that you have understood clearly, my dear learners. So viewers, today's class, I try to make you understand this role with heart and soul, but don't sure you understood or not. Hope that you have understood clearly, my viewers. So viewers, I want lend in my class, today's class, about simple words. Pray to Allah for me so that I can serve you in this way, my dear viewers. And before leaving to you, before farewell, I want to request you. Please write comments, various kinds of good things or bad things about your opinion about my classes, and share my video classes in nearest and furthest friends of you, not only your country but also all over the world. All categories, I want that all categories of students all over the world, not only Bangladesh but also all over the world, can be benefited watching my video classes. No more today come to say again. Next episode, inshallah, I will try to be present in front of you with a new arrangement, with a new video classes. As much as I try, may Allah bless you. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.